So trying to do this, excuse me, may not be so easy. You may say, Gina, what are you talking about? Trying to do what? Well, trying to live in a world that has become so computational, computational. Hello, Apple Brooks, you all. I had the word in my mind, but I had totally forgot how to say it. We're living in a computational world, and trying to figure this type of a world out has literally become somewhat confrontational. It is. And I know that may not make sense, but if you think about it, we are living in a computational world that is becoming more computational, which is creating a lot of confrontation amongst older societies. It is older people. Let's just face it, you all. We can face it. The younger people, the younger generations, are more acceptable of this computational world that we are living in, and that is ever evolving. Good morning, you all. So it's kind of gloomy outside, but it don't have to be gloomy inside of here. It does not. Just because that was like outside like that, gray skies, doesn't mean you have to be gray skies on the inside of you all. So trying to figure it out is not as easy as some may think. It's not like just like that. It's much more deeper, much more computational than we realize. It really is. Good morning. That's right, you all. Good morning. Y'all, I was totally exhausted last night. I went to bed around 8:30. Didn't get up out of that bed until around 6:30 this morning. I was wore out. Yeah, so you all, this is true. We're living in a world. Eloise Day in Cape Town, South Africa. Love you. Yeah, you all. I love it that we can reach people from all over the world. That is a good effect of living in a computational world, a world that is becoming more digitalized. It is. It's all right, you all. We got cell phones. It's like miniature computers in your hand, and you know we're all willing to accept. Hey, it's got a cell phone. We can use this cell phone to do things, research, and all that kind of stuff. But we are living in a computational world, and the computations that are happening behind the scenes are too hard for any of us to figure out. They're very complicated. Your bed, your dog, since you retired, your dog has been going to bed at 8 o'clock. Hello. That's wonderful. Thank you for prayers, y'all. It's good to pray. So I was just, you've heard of, well, we've heard of the digital world. Madonna should have said, when she said living in a material world, I think she could be doing a dance today, living in a digital world. And I am a digital girl. She could be saying that. Yeah. We are Storm Fina. Storm Fina. I don't know what Storm Fina means. Well, it is true, living in a digital world, and I am a digital girl. I'm like a digital girl on this right here because you're watching me via digital communications in this computational world where everything I say has a computational thing added to it, you all. Computational mathematics. I think mathematics play an enormous role too, with binary code and stuff like that, you all. This is way beyond our human understanding. All of this kind of stuff that's happening, and yet we're existing in a world that is ever changing, and the older generation, including me, it's hard to adapt to the change that is occurring and will continue to occur as these computations keep getting more complicated and fully matured. Yes, soft tail, your dog. You all hit that like button. That's right. That's okay, Starfire. I don't even know what that, I don't have to understand it. I don't have to even know what it means. It's a comment. That's right. And you wrote it, so it must mean something. Yes. Oh, we are the storm. That's right, you are. We are a storm within ourselves. But what type of a storm do you want to be? What type of a storm do you want to be at this point in life, in this computational world? You may have never heard of that phrase before, but I was standing in front of the fireplace, and I was looking on my laptop at digital stuff, digital currency, digital things, and you have the 2030 thing, these agendas and stuff like that. And you have, you can go to the store, you got apps on your phone, you can go use your credit card and you can pay for things without using actual cash. You can tap your thing and scan it over the thing and you can pay like that. You can go on Amazon and you can pay digitally. So that's the goal is for one country to, I think, China, to be completely cashless, more or less, by 2023, 2024. A lot of countries are wanting to, become more computational. They are wanting to by 2024. And by 2030, it's supposed to be really into full effect. And it's hard, you all, especially if you're an older person. Good morning. And like in your you have to go to the hospital and you're hungry. And you can't write on a piece of paper about your meal that you would like to get. You had to have a mobile app. And if you don't know how to use it, and if you don't have one, well, that kind of leaves you in the dark. And that's not very nice unless you have someone sitting there with you, acting on your behalf, you all. So it's a learning curve. And change has always been a part of our life. It has, but this type of computational change, uh, it's really, it's hard for some to accept, and some will never accept the computational change that is occurring. That's right. Um, oh, you saw something, Frank Cooper, honey. Let me see what you got to say. Watch the this live stream last night. They are saying that Betelgeuse is about to go supernova, and we'll see it with the naked eye in the daytime. That's very interesting, Frank, for you to share that on here, because when I hear Beetlejuice, I think of that movie. I think there was a movie called Beetlejuice or something. I don't even think, was it a scary movie or something? Yeah. Um, yeah, that's okay. So you saw something in January. They shut her down. You glad she's coming back out? The U.S. Jaquita Honey. I like your name because it kind of reminds me of Jaquia. When I was at Fort Meade, we lived on base, and she was a little girl. Her and her little brother Ray. We'd all pile up in our truck, and I would go to school. They would ride to school with me since their mother was in the military too. She was a single mother, and she had to go to work, and the kids had to either walk to school. But since Gina Honey was a teacher's aide, well, we just all rode to school together, to school and back from school, and she loved it. She really did love it. Precious little girl. She couldn't read anything. She couldn't see anything. She had poor grades, and I was in her room one day, and the teacher asked her to read, and she was struggling, and I said, Jaquia, honey, what's wrong? She said, I can't see. That's what she said. Can't see. You see how that affects me? It already affects me today. It's still because I was there in the moment. And when I told her teacher that she could not see, her teacher cried. And she went to the nurse, they did an eye test, and she ended up getting glasses this thick, that thick. And her mother cried too. But I'm sure she's a grown woman today, and I'm glad I was in her life and she was in my life. It's really wonderful. It's very touching. So I like your name, Jaquita. I do. I think of Jakia, the little girl Jakia. That was the first grade. She was in the first grade, the same grade as my son. Yeah. We got some firestorm. Yeah, that's okay. You all, sir. I got sidetracked. That's okay. I'm human, and I have emotions. I'm not completely digital. I'm not. I'm not a hologram. And if I was, then I'm a good hologram. That's right, a good hologram to listen to, or a good digital person if we lived in a matrix. Um, yeah. So it's if you're just tuning in, it's really hard to try to figure out. It's not so easy living in a computational world, especially if you're an older person. The younger generations, they're used to it. They've grown up around computers and stuff, electronics and games and stuff. It's been a big part of their life, and it still is, even for the younger ones. You know, they got their iPads and stuff like that. So they're going to be more adaptable, and they are adapting. They have adapted to the world that is computational, that is growing, and it's harder for older people to adapt, especially if you got a closed mind. If you got a closed mind, then it's going to be very hard for you to adapt and for you to accept any type of change that is coming, whether your very life depends on it or not. And some things, you know, I'm not going to cross that line. I've got my own boundaries that I have set uh, concerning living in a computational world. I got my own boundaries. But in the meantime, I'm able to accept, okay, I'm living in this world that is becoming more and more computational, and I kind of know what's going on with it, but if I had to figure it completely out, I can't do it. I can't. Although my spirit within me knows exactly what's happening. Um, Gina in her own physical body, and don't exactly know unless I go deep, deep within. Yeah. Frank Cooper, that's a beautiful song for a 1,000-year video with the gamma ray burst. That's so beautiful. That's really beautiful, you all. When I first saw that, I thought that is so pretty. It really is. I was drawn to it. Whenever I made it on my screensaver, it shows up on all the computers that I am logged into, that I set up. Somehow it shared it across all the platforms. I'll love you for 1,000 years with that supernova thing, you all. Yeah. See, that's great. So if you're trying to figure it out, you all, don't drive yourself batty, okay? Living in a computational world, because you'll probably stress yourself out, and you'll become very confrontational within your spirit, because your spirit will rebel against the computational world, and that's what you see. We really can look around and we can see that occurring. It's causing confrontation within a lot of people because it's computational. That's right. Um, I like a simple life too. I really do. You're all running out of diesel, not diesel. Uh, I don't know what's going on here with the diesel. I really don't. We don't consent. Okay, yeah. My nose is gonna get red out here. Look at my little kitty. She, poor kitty's laying down right there on this rug. This was a very old rug that my mother was going to throw away because it just looked old and dirty, but our cat loved it, and I've had it ever since. I said, Mom, no, we can't throw that away. My kitty loves that rug. I got a little bit of fire in here. Now, what you don't want to do is you do not want to leave your fire thing open, because the wood pops in. It will pop out stuff on here is what it will do. And yeah, you might want to have a screen or something, but I just keep this door closed. We mainly, yeah, I admit, we mainly do a fire for the kitty because she loves the fire. She loves the warmth of the fire, and she loves to lay in front of it. Yeah. Michelle, honey, what you talking about? What are you trying to tell your mama? Michelle, honey, what are you trying to tell your mama this morning? Huh? Look at Kitty. She wants to come this way. Come on, Kitty. You can come out. Come on. You want to go outside? Come on. Y'all, let me, you hold there just a moment. I got to talk to Kitty. Come on. Her can go, Mommy. Come on. She's 17 years old. Come on, Kitty. You can go outside. Come on. You want to come outside? Come on. Now, this video ain't about Kitty. It's not. But I want Kitty to come outside. Come on, Kitty. My husband feeds her a lot of treats, and her belly is getting big. She's 17 years old. Come on, Kitty. You coming out? You either come out or you either stay outside or you stay inside. That's what my mom would say because she'd have the air conditioning on. You go out, you stay out. You're not running in and out of this house because I'm not having this door opening in and out, and you're letting all the cold air out of the house. You're making it hot in the summertime with 5 children running in and out wanting to play outside. And she got the air conditioner on, just one air conditioning in the window in the living room. Kitty, get outside. Come on now. You are just looking around and you're sniffing too much. Come on. I'm going to close that door and you're going to have to walk through it on your own. Kitty, get out of here. She don't know what she wants to do, you all. Okay, she decided she don't want to come out. That's, oopsie. That's okay. She don't have to. I just wanted to give her the opportunity. She was indecisive. Yeah, she was. Jeffrey, honey, hello, good morning, you all. So it's hard to figure out, trying to figure it out is not so easy. And you may say, Gina, what are you talking about? Living in a computational world, a world that is becoming more and more computational, and it's creating a lot of confrontation within the individual because our world is changing. It is rapidly. It's like something got kicked into overdrive. And it's harder for older people. It is. I'm just going to admit it. It's harder for older people to, you know, grasp the technology that is around today and accept it. It really is. I'm a very adaptive individual myself, but there's a lot of computations behind the scenes. Really, you might as well think of it as computations, mathematical patterns and stuff, and then you might as well think about the aliens and the extraterrestrials and the binary codes, all of it. You might as well add all that into it because I'm sure it's all tied together somehow, some way, and we got to live in this world. Your brain ain't what it is, Michelle, honey. I'm not going there, Michelle. Yes, confrontational in a computational world, and you want to survive, don't you? You want to survive, but I know that there is a line that people will not cross. Not all the people, but some people. They already got it set in their mind. They will not cross it. Well, really, you could say that there are things in everyone's life that happens, and they've drawn a red line no matter what it is. It could be anything. They will not cross that line. You can say the majority of the people are like that. Yeah. They drive us all crazy. Wendy Fowler, I think I've already went there. That's all right. I love it, Wendy. They're trying to drive us all crazy. Well, that's okay, you all. We can be crazy. We can be crazy together in this computational world. We can. That is Penny. You're not good with technology. 59, push and 60. That's right. Oh, you no longer identify as the meat suit. Well, we're not. We're spiritual beings in this body. That you all. It's good to laugh. If you have not laughed today and you need something to laugh about, you all, they try to drive us crazy. We're already there, so we all in one big group together. That's right. Crazy love crew. That's wonderful. We can because we do got that love resonating on the inside of here. It seems to me everything is upside down, just like in Alice in Wonderland. Everything is not what it seems, that she said, because she was literally walking upside down on that ceiling. Magical pieces of fruit. Yes, a hello to the big empaths here, your fellow empath, Sherry. That's right. Susan B., honey, did you come in on here? Yes, you did. That's right. Oh, it's 5:55 a.m. in Vancouver, you all. So we're living in a computational world that is ever growing. And it's hard for people to figure out, the younger generation, even my children. They're able to adapt more than I can, and if they got that type of a mindset to begin with, well, they're right in their lane. They're right in their lane, you all, and they're gonna roll with it. They're gonna roll with it and make the best of this computational world that is forever evolving. That's right. You think your guardian angel wears a hard hat and packs the lunch. You're 65 and you have the right to be nutty. You can be nutty. That's right. You can. Yeah, you can. That's right. It's better to be around people like that than people who are grouchy and irritable for no reason and negative. Yeah, we don't want that. We really don't want that, because if you're a happy person and you trying to get around somebody like that who is irritable and negative, they're going to bring you way down, and you ain't even going to be able to be yourself inside this body. You're not. You won't be able to be your whole entire, you ever be around people like that? You hang around people and you got to behave a certain way. You do. You can't be your own self. You can't be your whole self. You got to be what they want you to be, because you know if you let out a certain part of you, well, these people are not going to accept that part of you, and you know it. And that's a very hard walk to walk in. It really is. It's extremely hard, and it stifles your growth. Yeah, stifles your growth, and then you got some weight. You're walking around with a lot of weight and a lot of chains. That's right. Ah, your grandmother says, never be bitter. Don't let a bitter root grow up inside of you all. You can't do it. Yeah, you cannot. But Kitty, honey, where did you go, Kitty? I don't know where Kitty went, you all. She's probably eating something. She probably is. Um, yeah, that's okay. But we're talking about living in a computational world, and it's not so easy to figure this type of a world out at all. It's not, because it causes confrontation on the inside of us, because it's change. It's change, and it's like a change that it happened all of a sudden, and it really did. The change happens all of a sudden, and it's like in hypersonic speed. You're expected to adapt and change like that, and it's causing confrontation within our beings and our spirits. It's leaving our spirits unsettled within our beings. Um, but that's okay. We're getting a grasp of, we're learning how to grasp it, and we're figuring out how to deal with it. That's the thing. We're figuring out, it takes a while. You can't just deal with it overnight. We got to get a download. We really do, like you say, the download, in order to react in a healthy way and still maintain our sanity within our beings. Amplex channel, Ima Nun, I'm trying to read your name. Ina. I checked out the Amplex channel, and they used your clip of Planet. They also used one from Mr. BB33, I don't know how you say it, and this other individual. So yeah, that was really exciting, because they got a big channel too. So it's exciting, you all. It is. You are in a New York minute, you all. That's right. Our journey together. We are in this computational world together. And how did it come to this? You know, it's like the Lord of the Rings, when he's standing there and he's looking out, and he's looking around. He said, how did it come to this? Just like that. When that power, the dark power, arose with its army, and he knows you have one choice, really. You fight or you die. And so you're going to die anyhow, so you just fight. Yeah. The seas are roaring and the volcanoes are flowing, and then it will be again. Hello there, Daniel Nairut in Cameroon, Central Africa. You all, I love it. I really do love it that we can have people on here, you all on here from all over the world. It's really, it's heartwarming. It is, if you think about it. Even in this computational world, it's very heartwarming. Yeah, you can feel at home inside your heart right there. We are living in incredibly exciting times. You've never been so educated. Well, that's true. It's very, very exciting. And the choice to be educated and learn things and explore things that you've never known before, well, that's quite invigorating to one's spirit within. Kitty, honey, I don't know what you're talking about. Kitty, honey, what are you talking about? Huh? You want to come outside? Come on. I've already talked to you once, Kitty. Come on. You got to do it. She don't know if she wants to do it. She don't have to. She just needs, she needs a rest. She's going to plop right down on that rug. Kitty, you going to plop right down on that rug? You go on. Go on, Kitty. You can do it. Go on. Okay, you just got to be careful. You got your joints hurt. She probably got arthritis, you all. She wants to sit in front of that fire because I got the door open and it's cold out here, you all. That's okay. Yeah. Good day, you all. So it is hard. It's not so easy to figure out. This is the topic. And you may say, Gina, honey, what are you talking about? Living in a computational world. And it is computational, and it's causing a lot of confrontational feelings inside of us. It is. Maybe not in all of us, but it is safe to say it's causing a computational world, is causing a lot of confrontational feelings inside of some of us, particularly like the older generation. That would be me or you. If you're older than me and maybe a little bit younger, yeah, even there's some people who are younger because they don't know what to do. They don't know how do we go forward, knowing that the world is changing and you can't stop it. Do you adapt? Do you just do nothing? You got to do something. You do. You got to do something, and you can't just shrivel up and decide, oh, I'm not going to live no more. I'm just going to just stay still. Well, you're supposed to stay still, but you know what? I heard that one time. The Lord said, wait. And individuals ended up losing their house. Yeah, lost their house. They had a decision. They went in front of the church to have prayed for about it. And that's what it was said. The Lord said, wait, and they lost their house that they had just built and the land that it was built on. That's not nice. So no, you got to think for yourself at times. You really do. You got to use discernment, okay? You are able to use discernment. Sometimes you don't need to go to someone else for the answers, okay? Because the answer is within your being, because it's your life, it's your situation that you're in. And someone else, I don't have a problem with church or people, but preachers are also human, okay? They're human too. And they can get inside themselves and tell you something that did not come from Almighty God or the spiritual realm. It was from them, and they told you something wrong, and you lost everything. That's all I'm saying. When I looked at this, it says 3:16. Yeah. So yeah, you can think for yourself. I'm not going to ask somebody else, what do you think I should do? Whatever, when they're going to give me advice and they're not like I am, and their mindset is totally somewhere else. They're going to give me advice that what they themselves would do. Okay, and I do have friends like this. They've already told me. I've had people who tell me, Gina, a few years ago, you need to get off that YouTube. You need to get off that Facebook. You need to get on Rumble. You need to get on whatever this stuff is. You need to get off of there. And I'm sitting there thinking, why? I don't have a problem with it. It's because everybody else is getting off of there. Who's everybody else? I don't share the things they share. I don't have their mindset, and I don't, you all. I'm different. I am different than a lot of people. Very different, and I don't think the way that they think. I'm not so narrow-minded that I am stuck in a box. Okay, I'm out there. I am way out there. If you have not figured it out by now, Gina, she is way out there. That's right, Gina, honey, is way out there. I've done lost it. I admit it. I lost it. That's right, you all. That's exactly right. I done lost it. I'm not a crowd follower, you all. I am not. That's right. You got to be able to laugh at it. You do. And just embrace it. Embrace that craziness. That's why that's why you ain't got kicked off of YouTube, because you ain't sharing the truth. That's fine. No, it's because I'm crazy. That's why I'm crazy. I'm way out there. Don't you get it? Oh, yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, you spread that truth, you're going to get kicked off. Well, I am spreading the truth. It's my own crazy truth. It's what it is. It is, you all. That's right. You got to be able to laugh at this computational world and the confrontational feelings that come up in people who like to be confrontational toward other people because of the computational world that they have found themselves in. That's right, you all. Uh, it makes me laugh just thinking about it. It really does. Yeah, we love you all too. Yeah, product of your environment, product of what you consume, even with your ears, your eyes, and yeah, you become that product. Whatever you absorb inside your being. Oh, I know why Kitty was making noise. She was walking up her ramp to her chair, and she wanted me to acknowledge her before she gets in her chair, you all. She did, you all, that's what she did. She has this little ramp. She walks up this ramp right here that we got her. And we put this, Kitty, honey. I see you, Kitty. It's dark in here, Kitty. We can't see you. You all, why is it so dark? She just wanted me to acknowledge that she was going to bed in her chair. She likes for us to watch her walk up this ramp. Oh, Kitty, honey, you know you can do it. You did do it. Yes, you did it. Okay. That's all it was, you all. And we don't have a problem acknowledging her as she walks up that ramp. We don't. That's all it takes. That's right there. She's making a noise and she has a certain thing. You just had to stand there and say, okay, Kitty. That's what you got to do. And then she's fine. She just wanted you to know that she's going to bed. She's gonna lay down and she's gonna go to rest. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Lisa, Gina, no, that's not a kitty. Honey, that's a cat. Her name is Kitty. That's what we call her. Her name has always been Kitty. We found her as a little bitty kitten. It was back in around 2004, late 2004, after we had just moved here. And my son, he was in the living room and it was kind of misting outside and he heard a little bitty meow and he comes out of the house. He comes out of the house, you all, and he walks outside. And down here, that poor little kitty was walking on this little ledge right there, and we had this Rubbermaid trash can. There was nothing in it, and there was rain in the bottom of it. And that poor little kitten, it's a little bitty kitten, she fell into it. She fell into it. She's the best cat we've ever had. We've only had one. So yeah, it's a wonderful gift from above. So that was her name, Kitty. Yeah, I like to talk to her like she's a little baby. I do. That's how we talk to her. Yeah. You are, that's okay. You are, so if you're just tuning in, this ain't about Kitty. This is about, it's kind of hard to, it's not so easy to figure out. And what's not so easy, Gina? Living in a computational world, because it's causing confrontational emotions and feelings and reactions within us, especially if you're an older person. You're not too canny, you're not too accepting of this type of computational world, and you do not want to change. Now, albeit you do like to use a cell phone and play your little games and get on here on the social media, but it's hard to figure out. It really is. And yeah, that's what it is. Yes. Let me see this. Tat Tajina Kami Yama. You think pets have assignments, and when they're done, they get to go home. I think that's right because she is my husband's. If cats could be a soulmate, she is his soulmate. That's right. She calms him down whenever he gets upset. She will sense it and she will start meowing, and all he has to do is just pick her up and pet her. His emotion is all calmed down. He's in his being. That's right. That is his animal soulmate right there. Yeah, that's great, you all, because earlier in our years, how men can get. Yeah, but he's so mellow now. He really is. Yes, that's right, you all. That's right. Oh my goodness gracious. Uh, I don't got no brown bears here at all. I do not. Yes, spirits. I don't know. I know that we got a gift from above, and we're very thankful for that gift. We are. She's a precious cat, kitten, kitty, baby. That's right, you all. So if you're trying to figure out, I'm going to be ending the video. If you're trying to figure it out, it's going to be really hard. And it is hard, even, what's hard, Gina, honey? Living in a computational world. That's the word that came in my mind. We live in a computational world that is causing a lot of confrontational feelings and emotions within us, and it's causing a lot of confrontational things, a lot of conflicts, because we don't like it. Not all of it, but some of it. And some of the people don't like what's happening. And because maybe they don't totally reject it, but they don't know how to deal with it, how to adapt, and how to learn. Especially when you get older, it's hard to learn this type of a world, because you try to figure out, okay, well, where do I fit in now in this world that is ever changing? Well, you're doing a great job right now. You're fitting right in uh, to the best of your ability and to how you should be. You're watching this on a cell phone or a computer, so that's great, you all. You're doing great, and I know that you too, like me, I have lines that I have drawn in lots of areas in my life that I will not cross. No matter what, I won't. That's a little stubborn, but that's okay. We can do it. Yeah, we can be stubborn with our lines and stuff that we draw in the sand, unless a great big wave comes and it washes over our lines. Yeah. Yes. Oh, Gina, it sucks when you take the red pill and your husband takes a blue pill and it gets lonely. Uh, well, I'm sure it would be kind of difficult, but that's all right, you all. We're not all the same, and we're not. It's okay. You just got to accept it and do your own thing. Just keep going and keep rolling and look for the things you got together. That's right. You can. You don't have to be confrontational living in a computational world, because a lot of men are analytical. It's rare to find a man who is not analytical and like that. It really is. But that's okay. Just like some women, too. A lot of women are analytical. They are. I have some friends like that too, and I'm thinking, but can't you just be a more feeling person, more emotional like me? No, I can't. And I'm thinking, okay, that's right, that's fine. That's fine. If you can't see things the way I want you to see them, the way that I see them, because I'm more spiritual. There's nothing wrong with being spiritual. There's nothing wrong with being analytical. I think it takes all types of mindsets in this world that is computational. So I am going to go. And thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful morning. And if you want to hope after this video, you are having a lot better morning than you were having before you saw this video. Thank you, Apple Brooks and Susan B. Yes, you are. Thank you. And it's good to giggle. It's good to laugh. It is. That's right. That's right. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. You all love you.